Hello, this is Dalen75 Games. You're watching another guide, Project 1999 EverQuest. We are going to be showing Nektulos Forest today, and I'm currently in East Commonlands. I'm not sure why I get that so mixed up. I was even going west to get out of West Commonlands when I got a port over here. I took the Alkale up to 20. I had him up to 13%, but the druid that gave me a port, I guess, figured that. I mean, the NPC druids in Butcher Block was the one there that was indifferent to me, so I figured that I didn't need a invisibility. So when I got over to West Crown, I was attacked by two reds that promptly killed me. So, oh, I've never seen this. Am I falling through the world? I can hear the music of Nektulos, but I cannot see anything. Sit. I guess I'm gonna have to come back because this is pretty messed up. Okay, I'm back. It would seem the problem was that I needed to delete Nektulos /environment. No, sorry, Nektulos.egq or something like that from the root files. There's a few files that they say you should be deleting. I guess that's when you start out and do all the installation. I'm not sure why that wasn't done. Strange. Okay, so Valkale. I still have my Sal, I think. Not for a very long, 3 minutes. I've been, I actually had to log out a lot, and I petitioned to figure out what the heck the problem was. Okay, so I do know that right here, there is supposed to be a bard, but he is not there. And I don't, it's not even, I'm not sure, they didn't list it on the legend. But yeah, okay, so there's usually a bard here, and where is it? Right here. Yeah, there's a guy camping right here. Nemanter. Apparently he's fighting the tree. Where's the target? Hope this isn't buggy too. Travis Two-Tone. No, this is who he was. He was supposed to kill that guy. And I'm not sure what level Travis Two-Tone is. I think he's around 20. Could be 25, actually. So, I'm Dark Elf. I have nothing to fear from other Dark Elf guards. So there's a pathway that leads, well, there's a bridge over that way, I believe. Let's go back to the entrance. Okay, so this is where I started from, that way. And to the right, undead, yeah. So this zone is good for, well, I mean, it's where you start out as Dark Elf. Probably good up to about 8 before you can move on. You probably could stick around longer if you want to try to take on the Halflings. I know I did. I at 8 I left. I was with a party of all Dark Elves. Went out into West Commonlands to get more experience. And then after that, I did come back, and because there's some quests, there's that cleric quest I wanted to do. So keep in mind that there are quite a lot of dangers, the Halflings being probably the #1 danger. For newbies, stick around the hill and the starting area where you start. Now, also keep in mind that EverQuest has a magical law of reality where fish can come out of the water. And in the river, there are some nasty piranhas. I'm not sure what level they are, maybe 6, 7, 8. But if you're low, like 5, they will destroy you. So, you think that you're away from them. If you get attacked by one as you're crossing the river and you think, oh, I'm on land, I'm okay. No, they will follow you on land all the way up for a while. I think that they do go back. I could be wrong. I think they follow you for a bit and then go back, but if I'm wrong, you either have to zone or go to a guard to get them to kill you. So, it's actually, looking at the map, it's pretty tiny, but it always seemed a lot larger to me. So here's the bridge. I mean, you just had to follow the route. There's guards that wander around. You can run to them. The guards here are actually, sure, these ones, well, I'm level 20, and these ones are just, there's Deathologist. He was the one trying to help me as well. Yeah, these guards you can run to, but there's a Halfling, and I'm not sure what level Halfling is, but it's tough. It's like, I think it's around level 20. Let's see, is this it? It's not, it's below level 20, and I hated this guy. He would kill you in a couple hits. He was a real bugger. My Sal was about to go. But he's blue to me. I mean, I could still die to him, but I could smite him up. I don't know what level he is. At level 20, this shouldn't be that much of an issue. Let's see if I can do it. If not, Well, I'll just run to the guards. This guy has ticked me off so many times. He's probably killed me about half a dozen times. 83% with one hit. Now, Smite, you can't reuse it immediately. You gotta wait a few seconds, which is kind of irritating. But if I can kill this guy, it's coming. Definitely be worth it. I'm not sure what's gonna run out first, my mana or his health. So I got him to half. Yeah, I wish I could just chain hit him. One more hit, he should be running, actually. Yeah, he'll be running as soon as he gets out of route. I was going to finish him off with melee. Got him. Okay, that's some good revenge, actually. Pretty tired. Is it fine steel? Rusty. Ugh. Pretty tired of that guy doing that crap. So now with my sow gone, which sucks, follow the river on the western side of the bridge, and it will take you to Halfling territory within Nektulos Woods. I know. The gall of these little buggers. Okay, so this is the place that I've also died a lot at. In fact, if I went over there, any of them blue. I'm 20, but I think some of these guys are up to 13, 12, probably between 10 and 13, maybe even 14. But I died so many times. Quester Dundon. Now, he's a placeholder. There, I think that there was another one. Yeah, so I had to work my way through here, keep killing the guy up there, but I never actually did it. I had to ask for help. The druids here are just horrible. They'll use some kind of knockback spell, so when you're trying to cast back at them, it's deadly. So if you're a caster, they're extraordinarily difficult to deal with. But yeah, I was here quite a bit, and probably for several days off and on. I kept on killing him to try to get up close enough to this guy up here. And the guy that I wanted, I couldn't defeat on my own. He actually killed me, so I actually had to call in help for that. So we have some lobies out here fighting undead. And there are will-o-wisps around here. You need a magical weapon for that. Keep in mind, will-o-wisps require a magical weapon. Here are more halflings. This is a little bit of an... I'm not sure what level they are. I know when I was here, I knew all the levels. I think this is still difficult, because you'll get 2 on 1. And if they're blue, one of them's a druid that could really hurt you. But there's some quests inside Neriak to come out here and get... is it skull caps from the Leatherfoot Raiders, or whatever they are, the halflings. And I think there's even a necklace one where you have to get 3 different kinds of necklaces, or 4 different kinds. But yeah, there's some will-o-wisps here, and for a person who doesn't have any support, and they're starting out and doing it on their own, will-o-wisps are always a moneymaker, and I like them for their light. But as a Dark Elf, it's not really that important, because I have Ultra Vision. The only race in the game that naturally has Ultra Vision, at least up to and including Velius that I'm aware of. Alright, so I did bypass something that's a little bit... some people might be interested in. There's the Shadow Men, and they are in this little valley. Is it down here? Is that a player? It's a player. Red to me. Looks like he's killing Shadow Men, actually. If I can... there's a corpse there, if I can target a Shadow Man. Yeah, there are Shadow Men here. There's 2 or 3 of them. And they're around level 25, so... that's okay. It's to hunt as well. If you're around level 30, maybe you can take them all on, especially if you're geared well. Now let's get back to the bridge. Yeah, and there's other little things like spiders, snakes, there's black bears, there's shadow wolves. For the newbie area, there's skeletons. There's always skeletons. Every newbie area seems to have skeletons, decaying skeletons. So we'll go across the bridge. What is this? Okay, so that was the Halfling Druid Temple that we were at, but apparently there's more Halfling ruins to the west, on the north side of the river, which we have not gone to yet. Oh, I got 2% off killing the Halfling. And at least you can hear the music. I can hear the music in the background. sometimes it starts up too loud, or at least it did with my crazy... Like, I had a lot of sound problems going back about 6 months ago, and it's all... Probably about 4 months ago. It's all been fixed, but it really, really messed my computer up. I had to do a complete reinstall of Windows 7, which was not impressive. And I lost a lot of information. I had to actually replay 3/4 of Dragon Age 2 through to get back to where I was because my save was lost. So that was a real pain in the ass. That was the only actual loss I took. I did lose my Origins save as well, but it didn't matter because that was all completed. And it doesn't affect Dragon Age Inquisition because you actually have to pick and choose all your choices in the game for before you can get into it. So, but yeah, I was pretty fuming. It took me a good week or two of playing to get back to where I was. Where the heck? I'm looking at the map. Okay, yeah, the end of the road just north of it. Make sure we're going the right way, northwest. So yeah, previously when I was here, I don't think I've been here for a long time. That's why I thought of the sound problems. It seems to be pretty... It sounds good now. It's not too high. I mean, I'd have it like if I go... If I went here, it's the wrong one, general, music would be at like 10%, but it'd be like Nektulos sound would be... The music would be blaring in my ears. It was kind of awful. Now it's okay. Now what level are these guys? They're Greenies. There's 4 of them. 5 of them. Yeah, this area, this isn't bad. I think this is a little bit easier. I'm not sure. They're probably a few levels lower than that temple back there. And another footage sergeant. If you come here with a couple people, other newbies or lobies, I guess, probably good from level 5 to like 8 here. Be my guess. Yeah, you should be able to get decent experience. Just camp this spot and you'll level up pretty fast. But there's that halfling that I killed. He does wander around. I'm not sure if he comes up to this spot. I think he goes back and forth and then kind of close to the bridge and then, or halfway to the bridge and then stops and then does his route to the temple in the ruins where I just was. And if you're sitting there, that's a good way to get killed by him. He comes up behind you and just, you're level 7 or 8. And you just die within 2 hits. I've died before I even knew what was attacking me. It was actually a real pain in the ass. So it was kind of nice revenge to finally get that bugger right there. And it's also good that he's blue to me. I got some experience off that. Now we're heading east. Hopefully, really not too much left. There's the druid teleport pyramid thingy. I mean, all it says is, what does it say? Not druid, wizard, teleport with undead. So they're like pyramids, so it's about 1,000 minus 1,000. Probably try to find a lock. Not quite there. Yeah, this zone seems way bigger than this map is showing me. Minus 1,000. I think I think you know what it is. What way am I heading? North. Yeah, I had it mixed up. I think it's like minus 1,000. Let me see this damn thing. I think the first number on the top is the first number of the map. Is the number you have to go for your first set of numbers, and then so it's minus 1,000, but 1,000. Oh, it's right here. I assume you guys knew that by looking at the screen, which I wasn't watching. This is also another place you can come to 5 to 7, 8. There's quite often, like, there's skeletons around here. For some reason, there's really none right now, but usually there's a mummy that spawns too. And, well, if you have a cleric in your group, you can get him too. Detox Blood Drunk. Clan Scalagrim. I don't think I've seen that before. I do like his robe, though. It's kind of cool. Now, let's, so that's the wizard porting pyramid. And back in the day, this is always a place I was happy to come to when I would port myself back home or port my group with my wizard Dark Elf. And I have to say, I got a lot of flack for choosing a wizard back then. I remember that. Wasn't too happy with how it went. But I think wizards are... I don't know why they're looked down upon so much. I mean, the resists that they get... I think that they're really good, actually, especially in groups. PvP-wise, well, that's debatable, but, you know, who the heck PvPs in this game? As far as I know, I've seen it so little. It's just kind of a joke. Like, why do you care? But I guess back when I was the ripe old age of 24, I think I was, when I had my wizard. Yeah, I'm 39 now. I was 24 back when I 23 when I first started playing it, then a few months later on my birthday, then started my wizard up. And well, I guess it was a big deal back then because we did have our arena, we had our guild test each other and fights, and no, the wizard wasn't too great, although he could be, with him warping around with that one spell he has, he could really confuse people. But his mana, the mana to damage ratio efficiency it's lower at below 40. I mean, obviously it is, but it's supposed to get a lot better as you go up. And so I got to level 35. I didn't really get to test it out. Had I been like 50 or 60 at the time, then maybe that's one thing I could say, that wizards are pretty badass. But I do have the experience of fighting a wizard in my 40s with my Ixar Shadow Knight, and the damage he was doing to me, he was using Ice Comet, and it really wasn't that much for me to be like, oh my god, this wizard's destroying me. No. I was hit probably about a dozen times, and from this one long duel I had, and I hurt him about as much as he hurt me, but he got away, and the fight kind of ended in a stalemate. Alright, so here's the entrance to Nektulos. It's somewhat hidden. I just know I fall along the wall from the wizard pyramid. It's somewhat easy, but like if you want the lock to the entrance, it's just like 23 plus 2300 minus 1000. And things like that I just put in my notes, because you do have to come back. It's not the easiest place to find if you don't follow the wall. Neriak, minus 23, or sorry, plus 2300 and minus 1000. So that's how I find my way around to places. And this is the newbie area. I think you literally spawn like right here, and or right maybe up with this person. It could be brand new, Sonora. Maybe you spawn right around here, I think. And so yeah, this hill is the place where the newbies run around and kill things. I haven't done a newbie zone. Oh, sorry, Butcher Block was probably the last one. I didn't hang around and show you the newbie area though. There's something. What's confusing is apparently there's an officially newbie tree, or is it newbie log? Newbie log, maybe it's called. That's not it. And you know what? This should damn well be the newbie log. Because somebody was giving away, when I first started, I started my wizard again. I only got him at level 2. Yeah, apparently this is not the newbie log either. Someone was giving away weapons and money. This guy wants to go with me. And I'm like, okay, come to the newbie log. I'm like, where? It's not on the Wikipedia. This is not it either. Let's see if I can bloody well find it. Southwest, but a lot of people were getting all these weapons, so obviously it was I think it's to the west actually. It's still not even here. This is all a newbie area, all of this, and this could be the newbie log. I think it might be. Now keep in mind, this guy over there, Stone Guardian, he's blue to me. He's on my side. He runs around, wanders around and kills stuff, I guess, or maybe he will protect you if you're being attacked. I believe this is the newbie. It's a newbie log. It's right next to the road, which, honest to God, makes 0 sense why this would be when I passed 2 logs that should have been the newbie log. So this is still a newbie mountain, newbie hill. It's not even listed, but whatever you want to call it. And I actually loved starting out. I have to say, this is my favorite zone to start out in. And a lot of people don't like it, and I don't know why, because you go into Neriak and I can get like 7 quests to come out here just for level 1 to 5. And you run around the newbie area, and I think one of them is to get skeleton bones, spider parts, maybe even other stuff. I'm not sure what they're. Wolf parts. Definitely fire beetle eyes, I think, was one of them. And it just gives you something to do, something to aim for. Like you kill several fire beetles, and try to get their eyes, and whenever you see one, I think it's an uncommon drop. Yeah. See, like. And they're somewhat easy to do. I think they're level 2. So if you're like level 3 or 4, you just run around, grab a whole bunch, and then see there's finally a fire beetle eye. I wasn't able to get this out. That's a bit of light. You see that? I wasn't able to get this out in Freeport, but I think that's less light. So it doesn't add to the light that you see. It just it changes it so you see the light that you would just with that fire beetle eye. The wisp stones is the large ones, whatever they're called. Those are the best, though they do give limited light. I actually think that just going without anything is better as a dark elf, because I just see everything so clearly. As a human, crap. You know what? I don't even know. What time is it? Because it always seems to be so dreary here. It is game time 9 a.m. So, yeah, the sun should be out, but this is all you see. No idea what it's like to see as a human in the zone. I do know, like, out in the common lands at night, if you have no light source, you're somewhat hurting as a human. And I miss that. Stuff like that should be in the games. It's cool. Not cool when you get hit by a griffin, but it's just cool because it's not so much as a handicap. Just for me, personally, it feels like that's realistic. Like, because that's the rule placed in the fantasy world that you have to abide by. And like I was trying to say with that Tasty Guards video, there are a collective set of rules that everyone has to agree to in order for a fantasy world to work. You can't just have, oh, I want to be a dragon one moment, then I want to be an undead lich the next. You can't, because obviously, why? You'd be too powerful. You know, there's a million rules that would say no to that, but it just wouldn't make any sense. So it has to be partly based on the real world reality, and so you're infusing a whole bunch of fantasy things like will-o'-the-wisps and magic and undead and dragons and orcs and goblins and all that stuff. But it's also trying to conform to reality. They're extra rules of reality, but they're trying to make sense. Like, there's still a rhyme and reason for how things work, even though no one can explain how magic works, but it just does, okay? What I'm trying to say is that, yeah, that's just how things go. So you can't just do whatever you want in this game world. Now, this is another Dark Elf guard, and this, I believe, is Lava Storm Mountain's entrance, and that's really the only thing that's left. Well, yeah, it does say on the map legend, the Newbie area. That's all it says. And that's it for the zone. This is not really an area I go to. I haven't even been into Lava Storm at all since starting Project 99 EverQuest. I know Super Bits and Bob has ventured out there quite a few times, but I haven't. I just really haven't found much interest. But there are people that probably about 4 or 5 times have been sent tells asking me to come out to Soul A or Soul B, depending what character I'm playing. It was just a few days ago. Last week. Before the last video I put out, is actually somebody wanted me to go to Soul A with my level 27 rogue, Tekin. So that's it for this zone. I'm going to be putting out the Neriak. Should be a fairly lengthy one, actually, because Neriak is pretty large. And I love the Dark Elves. I really think I like them over the Ixar just in the fact that they're a lot more fleshed out. The Ixar are just so bare bones when it comes to their city and what's going on. There's really not much going on in Kabalis. There's signs of it all over, like the ancient Ixar Empire all over Kunark, but really, there's not much to go on. You go into Neriak, and there's NPCs with stories and wandering around all over the place, and yeah, it just seems really cool. They also have this cool song to go with it. It's kind of an evilish, scary tune. And Kabalis has no music, period. So yeah, I think that the Ixars could have been a lot more fleshed out, personally. But yeah, my favorite would be the Dark Elf. It also helped that I had a role-playing guild, so I really got my head into the Dark Elf type mentality and how badass and evil we are. And back in the day, back in the year, I guess late 2000 or late 99, early 2000. All right, you see the map of Nektulos Forest. It doesn't look like there's very much there. Seems like there's so much more when I'm running around there, especially as a lobby. Okay, Nektulos Forest is a dark forest that lies north of the Commonlands on the eastern half of Antonica. It is home to a clan of Halflings and is also patrolled by the Dark Elves from nearby Neriak. It also represents the Newbie zone for the Dark Elves from Neriak. Dangers. This area represents the Newbie area for the Dark Elves. That hasn't been said enough. Although the area is very small, the largest danger with the Newbie area is that most of the monsters there will group with others of their kind, and because it is so small, one has to be careful to let the others get far enough away from their spawn spot so they don't join in and send you running for the guards. The other large problem is that the wandering monsters, pretty much only skeletons and wolves, are aggressive and will attack you. This can be fairly annoying as guards are only present at the bridge and the entrances to Neriak and Lava Storm. The Guardians will also attack good races, although they leave the evil races alone. On top of this, the Orc Runner occasionally makes a dash for the Neriak entrance. He is approximately 9th level, and his presence will make the normally benevolent Dark Elf guards attack ogres and trolls in the area, which is something to be careful of. That's interesting. The last problem with this area, which isn't really a danger, is that it is, in my opinion, one of the worst designed areas in the game. I've started a character in every newbie area of the game and got to 5th level or so everywhere, and this area is by far the worst. The reasons are plenty, but basically the newbie area is very small, and wandering outside of it is very dangerous, as 4th level wolves will attack and kill you. Therefore, if there are a large number of newbies, there is very little to kill in this area. Also, once you reach 4th or 5th and start wandering a little bit further, guardians are around you all the time. It's very frustrating to almost die in a battle with a skeleton, feel that you're going to win, and then have some stupid guardian come up and kill it. Ta-da, no experience, no loot, 5 minutes of resting to recover. Another problem is that the creatures in this area don't give any significant loot. Unlike many other areas, it is difficult to find bags or boxes, rusty weapons, cash, bits of armor, etc. on any of the monsters that you can hunt. Instead, you get spiderling silks, ruined pelts, and fire beetle eyes. Needless to say, when I hit 4th level, I packed my bags and located to the swamps of the ogres and trolls. At least there I could get cash, maybe a cracked staff, and some netted armor from my enchanter. Now I have to seriously disagree with that. You go south of the Newbie Hill. Don't go north where those guardians, they're like big golems, wander around. That's never ever, not once in my life, been an issue. Go south, and there's no such thing as 4th level wolves that will attack and kill you. They're, as far as I know, you're talking about the shadow wolves, right? Maybe they are 4th. I thought they were 2. They're 2nd. Even so, they haven't really been a problem. Just kind of hang around the bridge and attack things. If one wolf comes after you, just run to the guards. It's not really an issue. If you're on the east side of trying to take on the undead, like around the wizard pyramid, or there's that place just east of the entrance once you come into Nektulos from Eastern Commonlands. There's a little place there with a couple of undead. Sometimes mummies and skeletons. Yeah, just you don't really see wandering guards around there, and I don't really think wolves wander around that area, but I could be wrong. But still, it's not a problem. I mean, once you hit 4th or 5th level, any class should be able to take on the wolves. I've never really been in a situation where I had tons of wolves gang up on me. I think one at a time. So I don't agree with the author of that. Benefits. As I mentioned above, I don't see much in the way of benefits in adventuring in this zone. There are a few places that are campable with a small group, most notably the Halfling ruins if you are evil, and the undead spawn spots, but other than those, random hunting is not very profitable in this area. The only exception to this is if you belong to one of the good races. You can make a good amount of experience and money by coming here and hunting the guards. Typically this is done at either of the zone exits and with people pulling the guards there, which is safer because the zone is nearby. The guards are good experience and typically drop a bronze weapon every time. Nice alternative at level 5 is the Nektulos zone in from East Commonlands. A large amount of black bears, shadow wolves, spiderlings are right at the zone line. The mobs here tend to all be level 46. This is a great alternative to the East Commonlands where the higher level griffins, lions, orcs, centurions mix in with the low level mobs. The Neriak guards at the bridge con dubious to human necro. Traveling to and from. From the south there is a pass that leads into East Commonlands near Freeport. Through there, Dark Elves can access the vast world beyond. The entrance to Neriak Foreign Quarter lies in the northeastern corner on the east wall and has a path leading nearby. The entrance to Lava Storm Mountains lies in the northwestern corner of the north wall. Map legend. Number 1 is Newbie area. Number 2, Halfling ruins. 3, Wizard teleport with undead. 4, Halfling druid temple. 5, ruined obelisk with shadow men. And 6, Halfling camp. 7, obelisk with undead. And 7, yeah, that's what I was talking about. The obelisk is another place you can go to. That's probably good around 7th. Maybe if you're 6th level with a group, another person, or if you're 7th or 8th level. It's okay too. It didn't make any mention of the bard. That's something that I don't really remember people camping that too often in Classic. Maybe it's just something I'd forgotten. But in Project 99, it's pretty common, especially the what's his name, Travis Two Tones or whatever he is. The bard here in Nektulos is almost always camped by some necromancer, and yeah, I think this is the first zone I've done with a bard that people camp. So there's that, and then there's the Shadow Men, which this the guy didn't even write up. That's also, they're about level 25, so between 25 and 30, 32 is good solo or with a group or whatever. If they're too tough, get a group. Yeah, so that's not mentioned there. But the guards thing, I mean, I haven't really seen too many people do it, but it is done. I guess they're a decent experience. Okay, then, now let's get... I guess we'll finish this video up from here. So back at Neriak right now. Alright guys, I'm going to stand on what should, or end the video on what should be the newbie log. But we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.